Donald Sutherland was one of the most revered actors of his generation, but his life had its fair share of tragedies. From childhood illness to a near-death experience, the actor experienced a lot of adversity. Donald Sutherland died on June 20, 2024 at 88 after what was only reported as a long illness. The renowned Canadian actor appeared in a variety of roles throughout his long life and decided he wanted to be an actor at just 16 years old. But before he would go on to become a Hollywood A-lister, Sutherland experienced a lot of hardships in his childhood. In 1937, at just 2 years old, he contracted polio, which did not yet have a vaccine. A couple years later, he had mastoiditis, a bacterial infection of the large bone behind the ear. A hammer and chisel were used to clear it up. Then, in the 4th grade, he experienced rheumatic fever, which kept him home for the entire school year. Sutherland's health troubles continued into his later life. In 1970, when he was in his mid-30s, he had a near-death experience after being infected with spinal meningitis, which affects the fluid and membranes around the spinal cord and brain. The close call came while he was filming Kelly's Heroes. He told the Irish Examiner in an interview, "I came to Yugoslavia for a day's filming, and I was out for 6 weeks. They took me to hospital. I had spinal meningitis. They didn't have the antibiotics, so I went into a coma, and they tell me that for a few seconds, I died." Psychiatrist Raymond Moody coined the term near-death experience in 1975, and people who experience them often speak of dead relatives, bright lights, and even alien beings. Sutherland, it seems, saw at least one of these, telling the Irish Examiner, "I saw the blue tunnel, and I started going down it. I saw the white light. I dug my feet in." Sutherland was also married 3 times. While married to his second wife, Shirley Douglas, he began a 3-year affair with actress Jane Fonda, whom he starred alongside in 1971's Clute. Sutherland told The Guardian in 2008, "We got together shortly before we made Clute, and then we were together until the relationship exploded and fell apart in Tokyo. And it broke my heart. I was eviscerated. I was so sad. It was a wonderful relationship right up to the point we lived together." He even once contemplated suicide, but his agent talked him out of it. Sutherland told GQ in 2014, "Really though, I would never have done it. I was just being romantic and self-indulgent." Sutherland's acting career spanned over 7 decades, but he still experienced performance anxiety throughout his career, which he never overcame. In an interview with Backstage, he recalled teaching a masterclass at a theater school and feeling anxiety creep in as he stared at the crowd. He recalled, "When I stood up and looked at all these 18-year-olds, I held out my hand and it was shaking. I said, 'Look at that. All these years later, I'm still shaking.' And that's what the life is like. You will be nervous for the rest of your life. It's wonderful and it's passionate, but it's a hard life." In 2020, Sutherland spoke about this anxiety to actor Hugh Grant for Interview magazine. Grant and Sutherland co-starred in the miniseries The Undoing, which was released the same year. In the interview, Grant said that he too experienced stage fright. When Grant asked him if it was true that he would throw up before the first day of shooting on a movie, Sutherland responded, "The night before, I always throw up. I very nearly threw up before this interview."
That kind of sums up how things went.
Perhaps related to his anxiety, Sutherland said he found it difficult to watch his work. He told the Washington Post in an interview, "You put your body, yourself, your soul, your ideas in the hands of someone else and allow them to take it, cut it into little pieces." Regardless, he never let his anxiety stop him from succeeding. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.